Hey, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here. We are going to be running the Surfer Breaker difficulty force number 6. We've already done it, so I will slap some footage there after I do the just a quick on the war mods. But again, war mods, the total mods, excuse me. For this one, we're running it with 450 mods, and again, you don't have to be running it at this level. This is kind of like where I'm plateauing at, and right now. I've already been capped out pretty much on this since the last time I ran it, so I kind of know where my limitations are, at least with my Daring Warriors. But if you guys need to have a look at the roster, I had a video previously. I'll link it in the description so you guys can have a look at the roster and the ISO 8s as well here. But as you guys can see here, we were able to get it through it with basically, let's see here, it looks like all the armor mods, all the damage mods, and for this one as well, Indestructible Mind for the immunity to trauma. When a player uses their special, gain ability block. When a player uses their ultimate, gain blind, and the latte power one. So those are the mods. And then of course as well, as you guys see here, I've got Night Thrasher as a raider. I've got Daredevil as a striker. Eclipse and Storm as healers, and of course as well our Speedball is Skirmisher for the extra focus. And for this one, I would say, just so you guys are aware, when you are going into this one, you want to make sure that when you're finishing off the second node, you want to make sure your character's health is at least, like I would say, if you're over 20 or 30%, that's probably fine. For this one, usually Eclipse takes the first turn, so it's just so when she does the heals, she's able to top them off as well. And the healer ISO really helps to kind of top it off. But of course as well, they're going to take a few turns, and it's going to hurt a little bit if you don't have your characters up. But the requirement here at minimum is you need Eclipse's special, and you need Night Thrasher's ult. His ult doesn't necessarily need to be ready at turn 1, but it does need to be ready after Eclipse does her special, right? Which gives 2 energy pretty much to the whole team. So if Night Thrasher is like, 2 energy away, that's fine. But if he's 3 energy away, then this is not going to work for you guys. So those are the requirements there. And then, like I said, on the health side of things, it's better to have more health just because these accursed guys can soak up your damage and also suck up your health as well. But yeah, for this one, we'll go through it quickly here, step by step, and hopefully it makes sense. Out of the 3 sections, out of the 3 nodes, between 2, 6, and 10, I would say probably the hardest one is probably, depending on people's preferences. I think, personally for me, 10 is the hardest, 2 is the next, and then, of course, as well, node 6 is the easiest by far. So hopefully you guys can see that here when we do the gameplay of it, and like I said, hopefully helps you guys out if you guys are struggling through it. And let me know in the comments below if you guys are trying any workarounds to get through it easier. Other than that, if you do have Shadow Conclave, Shadow Conclave is also a good team here to either finish them off, or also if you want to do a quick sack wave to absorb some of the ults, you can definitely do that. But we'll do the one shot here so you guys can see it, so you can save maybe even perhaps your Shadow Conclave for the last and final node with the Odin, which is a pain in the arse, honestly. I don't like that one, and I'm waiting to, I'm waiting right now because there's quite a bit of time left on the event, and I just haven't really had the time to play it. But I know what my limitations are, and I do know that for sure if I want to push further and more mods, I need to get more stars on my Daring Warriors, and I also need to get more stars on my Storm as well, as everyone is doing right now. So anyways, all right, hopefully it makes sense. I'll let you guys jump into the gameplay here. Okay, so again, 450 mods. Yeah, this is the formation. I got to switch it here because we were using an old one. And yeah, healers, striker, raider, skirm. Freeze it if you need to. That's the formation. I try to keep it so that Eclipse and Storm are fastest on the left, and then yeah, Night Thrasher's in the middle here. So let's see how this one goes here. Okay, so they open up, and yeah, right here, don't use the ultimate just yet. We're gonna be wasting it because they're immune to slow, so it's kind of pointless to use it. And right here, like I said, if you've got Storm as a healer, she'll top off people's health. Eclipse will also give people a little bit of health back. So this is where I was saying before, if your health is a little bit low, you may be okay here because the first couple attacks are basically misses. Night Thrasher, you need his ult here. If he doesn't have his ult, this is not going to work. You're going to need to reset and go back and redo the entire run here, because if you don't have Night Thrasher's ult, we are not going to be able to strip all those the positives, and that makes things a heck a lot harder. So right here, we'll special Helverine, and we can start getting some damage going here. What's important here is the stun. You also want to make sure Speedball has a stun ready. If he doesn't have it, you can do the ability block, but I do find that the stun makes quite a difference just because it slows down Satana. Satana heals everybody. It just makes the fight so much more longer. And yeah, I will. I'm not gonna do the entire this one on the full speed of it. I'll speed it up when we get things under control here, and then we'll jump into the Mephisto section. But yeah, otherwise it makes for a very, very lengthy video, especially because of how long it takes for these guys to attack, and they do have an unbelievable amount of health. So I usually use a special in the back because it hits 3. This is going to give us those positives with the deflection and the counterattacks as well, I think. Or the safe, is it the counterattack or the safeguard? Okay, no, we got the counterattack from Daredevils, excuse me. So it's the deflection and I think the safeguard that we get, or maybe not. Maybe I gotta look at that again. Okay, so anyways, so right here we can do the special here. That's just because it hits basically Juggernaut as well, so he can't do the taunt. And I find that it really helps when you don't have him taunting on us. So we'll see how this one goes. RNG is always RNG. And then again here, Wolverine hits. He's already kind of used his ultimate, so he's kind of, the scary part about him is already kind of over. And again, yeah, Azazel's going to try to do the same thing, but he's ability blocked, I think, thanks to, I think it's one of the passives. I think it's either Storm or something that does the ability block. So I don't actually recall. I think because he's a mutant, right? Anyways, so Eclipse here is great. Throw the ult here if you can to heal up. You don't necessarily need to use the ult if you don't have the health requirements for it. Sometimes what I do is, alternatively, if everyone's topped off already, I usually wait a turn after, so that way they can dish out some damage and then we can kind of heal back. Daredevil, just focus on any one of them. I'm going after Hood here because he was kind of the lowest health, and I want to just take care of them as soon as we can. So yeah, you don't necessarily need to do that. And also, it would have been nice if I kept Storm's special from the last node, but it's not required. It just would have been nice to kind of reapply some of the slows as well if you can. So again, just reapplying a pressure, hitting Hood here, and I think you guys can kind of see how long this is going to take now. So I am going to start speeding the footage up here. But yeah, ultimately, we want to take our time with it. Leave Satana and Juggernaut last. So it gives you guys a little bit more time to build the cooldowns back up, because when Mephisto drops, well, we want everything to be ready to go for when he drops. Okay, so I think for the most part, hopefully you guys can see that here. Yeah, like I said, it's going to take a little bit. Just take your time with it. Don't be afraid to use the special from Night Thrasher. We actually have a little bit of cushion here with the special because Eclipse is just going to top his energy back off anyways, and it's a 3-turn special. So honestly, anytime I get a chance to use it, I always spam it for the deflection. The deflection is going to help mitigate a bit of damage, and it will help kind of get you ready for the next wave drop. And again, once you take care of Azazel, you can go for the last one. And again, these guys, you can always check their cooldowns to see who's worse in terms of, again, their ultimates and their specials. But like I said, it always depends. And I find that once they use their special and their ultimates, they really are kind of like useless. So that's kind of the reason why I do like this node. It's very relaxed. I usually don't take more than one shot on it just because it is very, very straightforward. And you know, so long as you've already played through it and you've kind of gone through the sequences of how to take down the Mephisto and the Night Stalkers, it really isn't too bad in the grand scheme of things. I think there's a little bit more RNG involved with the second node, which is the one with the Jeff, and also there's quite a bit more RNG involved as well with the Odin section because of Hank's health, you know, his health top off, right, which makes Odin such a pain in the arse. But yeah, anyways, as you guys see here, we're just basically trickling down here, and I'll slow the footage back down for you guys. But yeah, we want to just time it correctly, and you can kind of see here, the important thing here is, and there is a bit of a grace period, but we don't necessarily need to have any particular turn order when the Mephisto drops, because as long as we have all our ultimates or our cooldowns, we're ready to go here. But what I will say is, best case scenario, always have Daredevil being able to slow. Being able to slow always helps everybody else out. So whether it's Storm, whether it's you know, Daredevil, because there's 2 characters here, they increase the chance of our speed. Now keep in mind, when you do the slow on the Night Stalkers, they do flip it, so there's also a drawback to that, but ultimately we'll be able to clear it off later on. So what we do here is we throw the ability block because we do not want to worry about some of those pesky ults. And again, Storm here is going to reapply the slow, and hopefully you know, hopefully it sticks and doesn't get flipped, right? Because yeah, slow and speed up basically cancel out the nullification of it. But ultimately, yeah, we want to do that. So again here, same thing as Jeff the Landshark. We want to open up with that special, so give us deflection, give us some buffs. It's going to mitigate quite a bit of the damage from the Night Stalker team, because these guys hit pretty hard, especially at this difficulty. So we'll throw the counterattack. Unfortunately, I wish Daredevil would have had the counterattack before he ulted, but it is what it is. And in an ideal world, that would have been best case scenario. So if you don't have the deflection, very likely Blade would probably kill somebody. So just so you guys are aware, I've tested it quite a few times, and the deflection from Night Thrasher is absolutely massive here. If he doesn't have the deflection on the team, they just take a pummeling. And again, I want you guys to succeed, and I want you guys to get through this. So spam that special when you can. And then again, here we have the alt. Usually I stun one of the Night Stalkers. You can go Blade or you can go Oath. For this one, I think we'll just stick with Oath, just because I see that her turn bar is faster and it's further along than Blade. So you always kind of play it by situation here. We should be able to throw the alt here. This should be able to hopefully take care of some damage. And yeah, now people are kind of trickling down, which is great for us. And again, yeah, we got Night Thrasher here. Don't be afraid to use the alt here as well, because we have lots of turns on team here before we have to go into the the kill wave here, because yeah, there's lots going on here. So yeah, make sure you throw that massive alt when you can. On top of that, it crits pretty good as well for damage. So Satana and Man Thing, they have a lot of health, so you're gonna have time to rebuild all those cooldowns back up. And if you need to, you can also use the Eclipse special as well. But yeah, keep in mind, you guys don't even have to worry about this, because if you followed my earlier videos and you want to just get all the milestones and you don't care about the mods and you don't care about basically the leaderboards, what you can do here is, like I said, it doesn't matter how you play it at the end here. You don't need to worry about your cooldowns. You just have to get all the armor mods. And then you have to just clear 9 nodes, and you don't even have to do the Odin section, right? You can just do 9 sections, and you'll get all the milestones and get all the power cores and all the other stuff with it. So, anyways, hopefully it makes sense. Yeah, after we take care of Mephisto, then you can kind of move on to the Night Stalkers. Yeah, I usually try to go after Blade and Oath, because, yeah, like I said, if you leave them unchecked, it really is a pain in the arse. So we're going to use a special here just to kind of ensure that we don't get some scary heals. And again, yeah, after that, we can focus on Blade, because if you leave Blade alone, yeah, he does a ton of damage. Like, look at that. He's almost going to kill our Night Thrasher. He does have the death proof, but still, nonetheless, a very, very dangerous character. So special there, heals up a little bit, which is great. We'll just basic here. We don't want to use any more cooldowns if we don't need to, because, yeah, we want to also make sure if we do decide to use this team on the last section, then at least we're all, ready to go. I haven't decided if I want to do it yet. I'll see how it looks right now, but yeah, like right now, like I said, I've already got my my Surfer Breaker shards and the reds as well, and I don't want to push too competitively, because I know some people are trying to still get the stars on him. And yeah, we'll have to play by ear. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, I know the event's also coming back next month as well, so hence why, if I want to push seriously, very likely the rewards could be even better next month. So hence why I'm trying to take a little bit more of a casual, a slower pace approach, because yeah, I know some people are going pretty hard, trying to get the perfect score, and yeah, I don't have the time for it, unfortunately. It takes long enough just playing a few of these nodes a day, and of course as well, between the kids and work, real work, I guess, the job that pays me, then yeah, of course as well, I got to make sure I have time for that as well. So anyways, yeah, right at the end here, you can pretty much just basic. I mean, it's going to be great, because now you can kind of check on everybody's health. Having the double healers is really, really great, because in that last node, if you don't have really, really beefed up characters or the stars like mine are only 4 stars. The last section with Blue Marvel, he can just one-shot everybody, right? So really right here, we just want to make sure everybody's health is topped off as much as they can here, and it does look like we've done a pretty good job of it. Storm's gonna heal one more time for us, and yeah, and then Eclipse is gonna, I think, probably finish things off with a heal here, hopefully. Oh, maybe not. Okay, maybe Daredevil will finish off with a heal then. Perfect. Okay, so that is it, guys. Health looks pretty good. I think we're in good shape. Cooldowns weren't too bad as well. We've got specials from Eclipse. Should be able to top off anybody that's having any outliers. But yeah, there is the high score there. That's our new one there that we just got. And again, I will just kind of recap the mods here at the end so you guys can see it. But yeah, ultimately, this is, I would say, in my opinion, probably the easiest out of the 3 Daring Warrior sections. So hopefully you guys are able to get through it as well here. And like I said, we ran basically with all the armor and attack mods. We have the latte power, we have the blind, we have the ability block, and of course as well, like I said, we have the one where it's they can't get rid of the trauma, which I find is quite easy for points. And then yeah, like I said, damage mods and armor mods. Other than that, guys, freeze this if you need to look at the mods, but other than that, hopefully this helps you guys out. I will see you guys in the next one.